It means pause and consider.
With
John and
Phil and
Jihan and yes and etc.
Look, I'm just saying, you wouldn't want your mom to overhear this podcast.
Steroids for your ears.
This is what your liberal brain has been hurting for.
The daddy team.
The attorney.
burnt pizza slice. Russian pizza. At Casey's, we know you love creamer in your coffee. We thought we'd cut it short for you and give you the whole bag. Surf's up, bro.
Oh, hey, no.
My friends that are my friends that are my friends that are my friends that are.
For our show.
Can't have any pudding! How can you have any pudding if you don't?
Kids, no good.
Remember those super old like flip phones that everyone had, sliders. We would type in T9. It was just like totally different environment to grow up in. And I thank God very, very often that I did not grow up the same way that you guys have.
Sailor! Sailor! I say, you say law. Say,
Wah,
say,
wah,
say.
wah.
I feel so much empathy for my brother and for you, like the plight that you guys have, because social media and the internet have completely transformed the world in ways that I just don't think we could have predicted, right? Like it's impossible. It's just Pandora's box opened. And I hate seeing where he's at. He's over 6 feet. He's like 6'4" or something. Really good looking kid, very athletic, ripped.
Sailor,
like
unlike you, Nick. He's tall, good looking, the opposite of you. So there should be no reason why he's not getting a date.
Just and the way that I don't know, it's like there's a section of women that are completely delusional about what a reasonable.
We'd like to welcome friend of the show. I am Miss Erickson.
I'm back, guys. Here to talk about my breast pump.
And how handsome your brother is. Tell us more about this brother of yours.
Yeah, I mean, it's not weird at all, obviously. He's 6 foot, and my husband, he's like 2'3", so,
Ooh, 2'3", that's even better.
Expectation is because they live exclusively online.
Thank you, Miss Erickson.
But the
for
same
having
is
so much
also
empathy.
true of a lot of men. And so I feel like that has exacerbated the issue tremendously. But then, yes, you get good Catholics who are faithful, doing everything that they can. They're doing all the right things. And yet it's like they're not.
Are they playing with stuffed animals? Then are they doing everything they can?
No!
I think not.
Yes. Thank you.
Not connecting. It's the weirdest thing. I don't understand how this is the way that it is. I mean, I met my husband when I was just getting ready to graduate high school.
Miss
And I
Erickson
feel like
is a
I
stuffed
just
animal too.
got out of there by the skin of my teeth because by the time college rolled around, I was midway
You've
through college. Social media
improved.
was like huge. It was just a matter of short few years, and everything
What a difference lighting can make.
Phil, did you know
changed.
that having a stuffed animal on a show is the greatest grace you can receive?
That's one of the many graces.
They talk about the cardinal virtues. What about the cardinal plushies?
I don't have a cardinal plushie.
Oh, this is so sad.
I need to buy a cardinal plushie.
But I got married when I was 21. My twin sister got married when she was 30, maybe 31. My younger sister is getting ready to get married, and she's 32.
Nick, what a loser!
It's just totally different. And I have plenty of other
Old
family
hags.
members too that have really struggled to settle down, and people that you're like, that's crazy. Like, you're hilarious, you're smart, you're well-read, you're just like you would be the whole package. Why don't you have anyone to settle down with yet? But yeah, the data was pretty interesting when I pulled some of that up and sent it along to you because I was like, oh man, it's pretty dire. Like, some people are wondering, why are we still talking about
Miss Erickson, are you calling Nick a loser without calling him a loser explicitly?
I mean, we don't even know how tall he is. So, I mean, that makes it a little hard to tell. That's the only thing that counts for attractiveness in my mind. As you know, my brother is over 6 foot.
5'6". John is at least 5'6".
Yikes.
A lot of people out there claiming to be 5'9", but John is 5'6". What does that make them?
At most 5'2".
That's right. Remember, Phil, to undervalue your height, just to own people.
That's right.
I'm 5'3". What?
I'm like maybe 2 feet tall. I'm a plushie. Maybe a foot and a half.
I'm 1'9". I'm average.
I'm average plushie size. Don't try and shame me for things I can't control.
I'm just sewn the way I am.
I was just sewn this way.
Well, our culture literally needs us to get married and have babies. Like, even on a religious, if we took the religious component out, just on a sociological level, we need to start getting married and having babies. We are it's a big
Nick, you're a
problem.
loser.
So, and then you add the spiritual component on there, and you're like, yeah, this is desperate. This is absolutely desperate.
Yeah, absolutely. Do we want to pull up the stats real quick?
Yeah, let me see.
Wait,
I need
does
to
Nick seem depressed?
probably
Phil?
down or
Look how sad he looks.
Was that a sailor?
Look how sad Nick looks.
Yeah, he's like,
Get back. Yeah. Yeah.
I guess society.
Yeah.
I guess society does need babies to be born.
Yeah.
It's the making of babies that I like.
Yeah. Talk more about the breast pump.
Or let me
I studied it in the retreat.
Wait, Miss
Open up the,
Angela, suffering and breast pump, my two favorite things.
what I sent to you here, and I'll share it on my screen here.
That works perfect. Yeah. Yeah. Angela, she found this cool website that basically catalogs all of the dating / marriage trends in both the millennial.
How does it feel to be talked about in the third person while you're sitting there interviewing him? Yeah, it's really cool. Angela found this really good. You mean the lady you're talking to?
Hey, Phil made a really good point here, guys. Like Phil over here was making some good points.
Yeah, say law. Say law indeed.
Millennial
I would like to
generation
say
and
John
Gen
made
Z.
some
So
dumb points.
you guys will be able to get, I guess, two generation perspective when it comes to
Detective
it. But yeah, I agree with you. I think it's absolutely weird. A lot of it doesn't make any sense, but in a way, it kind of does make sense. So
Yeah. Yep. Can you see it?
yeah, we can say perfect.
Okay,
So we can
awesome.
start there.
All right. So
I can
one
see
thing
an
that I was
unperfect.
surprised about, well, kind of anyway, that 72% of millennials to make a conscious
Let me put
decision
on
to
my
be single.
glasses.
This, I guess we should preface this. This was published, or at least last updated in 2024, at the end of 2024. So we're talking, I don't know.
4 months ago, or 5 months ago, excuse me.
Well, yeah,
I
December,
can
and
see,
we're almost
Phil.
in July. So
We'll say long.
Hey, welcome. It's Thursday. Let's pray the luminous mysteries together. The ones recommended by Pope John Paul II.
Get luminous, 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 get luminous,
Luminous.
get luminous, get luminous, get luminous, luminous, get luminous, luminous, get luminous, luminous, get luminous,
Miss Happy
Luminous.
Frog.
get luminous.
really not that long ago that this was last.
Wow.
And it's pulling a lot of.
I can't see anything. John doesn't clean his glasses.
We'd like to welcome friend of the show, Miss Happy Protestant.
Hey guys, have you all taken your NFP today?
Yes.
Every morning.
That's right. What's going on in the show? What did I miss?
No, nothing. She just
Phil
told him.
made some great points.
She just told Nick that her brother, who's a lot taller and handsomer than him, couldn't get a girlfriend. So don't feel so bad about it.
Oh.
Yay! And then he got really depressed.
he actually frowned on the
His
show.
face fell. He's like, "Oh,
Shut up, John. I can say things.
Data from 2022. So 72% of millennials are making a conscious decision to be single. They value freedom and independence. I do see this a lot with the feminism. I'm just not sure that I buy 72%. I'm going to be totally honest. I don't know if they're talking about 72% of single people. They're looking at that demographic specifically.
all the single people, all the single people,
all the single
because they value freedom and independence, which I could believe that. And then 75% of Gen Z are single, that is insane.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that is
Oh yeah, no, it's completely right. I mean, I can't think of outside of a very few cases.
What is the age group of Gen Z?
I don't
all
know.
the way stretching to like.
I don't believe in any of this
2000.
Gen crap. Gen Z, Gen this, Gen that.
Gender.
I don't believe in any of it.
Well, like, if they're still 14 years old and they're Gen Z, wouldn't it be normal if that was the largest age group that the majority of them would be single?
No, because how would Nick groom them?
I was born
Oh.
Aquarius, but I act like a Scorpio. It's so true.
Oh, that's incredible. Thank you for sharing.
All right, let's keep going here.
The vast majority of people my age that I know are not married. I mean, even in relationships. Like I thought about this the other
I'm
day.
a Fumo doll. I was born in
Well,
Fumo.
how old is this
Fumo,
young
Fumo.
guy? How old is he? He looks like he's 17.
He's 27.
He's 27. Well, he doesn't turn 27 till next month, but he's counting it anyway.
Hey, Phil, he's not 27-year-old young. He's 27 years old.
Oh. Okay, Boomer.
Big difference. Big difference.
Looking at my TLM service the other day, right?
Mhm.
There's like 400 or 500 people there.
Looking at my
He's a
TLM
Protestant.
Just
Yeah.
looking, I know he did say service. You're correct. Yeah. Looking at my TLM service after I judged the priest, I said to myself,
Right, good amount of people. The only women that are there are
I
either in
rated
these
him on
categories:
DoorDash
old
for
ladies,
Eucharist.
moms
1
with
out of
a ton of
5.
little girls, right, or 1 or 2 ladies
"Say,
that are
well,
just
that SSP X Chapel didn't get a good Yelp review from me."
turning to be nuns. Outside of that, there are 0 single women from the ages of 18 to 25. There are none, which is weird because then you look around and it's like, wow, there's at least 30 guys in here that
So,
are 18.
It's just that every girl he approaches goes, "I'm married. I got a boyfriend." Hey, my name's Nick. I'm married. Oh, thank you.
The 30 range. There's no women are here. And the thing, it was really weird.
No
This
women
last
are
Sunday,
here.
I had there was a new couple that was there, right? And they look like they're younger than me, and they sat behind me. And it's one of these things that it's clearly
Nick
spiritual
was
warfare because I remember
scandalized. He was
seeing
like,
the
I'm a
couple
loser.
and
Stop
getting so
scandalizing me.
mad.
It made me so mad, and I stomped my feet.
Wait, did he actually say he got mad at that?
Yeah.
Wait, what is he getting mad at?
Ignatian.
Skip back.
You know what's
skip
funny is like where he talks so boring that we miss half of the stupid stuff he says.
And they sat
Just
behind
like
me.
John.
And it's one of these things that it's clearly spiritual warfare because I remember seeing the couple and getting so mad.
Selah.
So mad. Not because the
Phil, the air conditioner demon is back.
Yes.
Ah! Ah! My hat. Okay, we're back.
Air conditioner demon.
Angela, help us.
There's nothing I can do. He's coming
No,
after
no,
you. I'm so
no.
sorry.
No, Miss Angela.
No.
Press to engorge to do anything. I can't help. Engorgement demon.
Gird your loins.
the couple's doing anything. Literally, they were fine. They weren't even doing anything. But it's like, really, is the only time that like young ladies my age are gonna come in here is when they come in with their boyfriends. That
And
is
they're
literally
not
the
with
only
me.
time.
With me, guys, it's
Which is
all
like,
about
where
me.
else are you going to find somebody? Which we'll get into later. But you're just sitting around
oh,
scratching your head saying, the
Selah?
place that I
Has Nick ever been turned down for a job before? He sounds really bitter.
Miss Happy Brat, you know what's wrong with Nick saying it all about me? It's all about us, women.
Yeah,
Nick,
that's what I was
Nick,
wrong
you're not
about.
a real woman. You never will be.
Sorry if a strong woman offends you, Nick.
ideally you should be able to find someone there's no one there.
I want to comment on Darren's comment.
Just ignores him.
Say something interesting and I'll respond.
Hold on,
Thank you,
let's see.
Nick.
There you go.
I'm scratching your head saying, the place that ideally you should be able
I
to
can't
find
scratch my
someone,
head.
there's no one there.
Mean.
I want to comment on Darren's
Boomo
comment
bigotry.
here. 30% blame their financial situation. I would say that a lot comes from presumed expectations. I totally agree with this. I mean,
Yeah.
I've seen so many TikToks or things, I don't know,
Say
things
law.
posted online. I'm not really on TikTok very much, but
Uh-oh, she's past. Sorry, Phil.
I've seen many TikToks. Yay! That
Is
proves
she a
my
boomer?
point.
Uh-oh,
Miss
Miss
Erica, are
Angela's
you a
attacking
boomer?
Nick again. Angela's
Do you know
attacking
that
Nick again.
TikTok is not a verb, it's a noun.
I don't
Mrs. Angela,
I don't
why are you
remember.
attacking Nick?
I would never do such a thing. I just, when it comes up on my Facebook Reels, I have to respond. Do you understand?
Yes,
I'm not on the
defend it.
TikTok.
but
Wait, is TikTok a
women
drug
saying that
now?
they want to marry
I'm on NFP and you're on TikTok. Yay!
somebody who's making at least 6 figures, yada yada yada. Absolutely
Yay, 6
insane.
figures.
Are these does anyone teach finances anymore?
Well,
Like
say
at all?
law.
That just blows
No, we just
my
teach
mind.
DEI.
SedeP account is worth $1 million. Yeah.
Wow, I forgot about this.
So I just
Seven
wanted to
figures.
advertise for this really hot up and coming podcaster who's really hot and really young and up and coming.
$3 million, hubba hubba.
People, it's so nuts. Like I sit there and I think about like what my husband was making when we got married, and yeah, he was making probably better money than most people because he's a lineman and got into a dangerous line of
Yeah,
work. But like
Nick,
even
you
generally
don't
speaking,
do anything dangerous.
most people are coming out of college with tremendous
Selah,
amounts of debt.
what do you mean? He's got to unwrap those books. What if the cellophane grabs on his face and he suffocates?
Mounds, tens of thousands of dollars in debt, or hundreds of thousands, depending on the degree. And
his
they're
air conditioner
earning,
went out.
If you like, get
Selah.
a really
No. She's describing him. Listen.
mounds, tens of thousands of dollars in debt, or hundreds of thousands,
Look
depending
at
on the
Nick's
degree.
face. He's getting
And
depressed
they're
again.
earning. If you like get a really good job right out of college, a really good job coming out of college might be
Nick looks
$60K
so
on the
depressed.
high end. Like on the high, 60 to 75K on the high end of earning potential right out of college. That's a lot for somebody who recently graduated. Most people are making between 30 to 45K.
Say long.
And these women are expecting 100K. Like, are you planning on marrying a 40-year-old?
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
Like, well established.
Yay!
What are you even talking
SedeP
about?
account will
Not
be
only
40
that,
years
but, like,
old in 3
the data
years.
shows over and over again that married men and out earn.
Oh, hi, Mr. Sock.
So like, because they have something to work for. Like most of the time they're like going to put in the extra hours. They need the extra hours. So their earning potential over the course of time just tends to increase more than that of a single man.
I think he's
So
starting
these
to
women
cry
are like
here. Do you
expecting a
see
finished
it?
product right at the beginning.
Say long.
I don't get
Say long. Can we check his tears?
Dude, check out
Hey,
that face. Oh my
Bill,
goodness.
add a tear counter. Be like 1 tear, 2 tears.
Nobody's his friend now. Hey, hey, Nick, who's your friend now? Nobody.
Hey guys,
We wanted
John
to be
Wick-
friends with you, but you didn't want to. And you blocked us. Now we're your enemies. Yay!
I have 0 debt. I have 0 debt.
Someone
Somehow.
marry this man. Someone needs to marry him now.
SedeP, are you in debt?
No.
Ha 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 ha! We are in 0 debt. 0 debt
Yes,
show.
Hey, but we
Zero
bought a
debt,
lot of
zero
gorilla
debt.
drinks, so we have no money.
And I spend money on Pumas, so see.
I thought you spent your money on glue. Well, tight glue.
No. You're getting the brand name wrong for our official sponsor, Phil.
Oh, I'm
How are we
sorry.
supposed to make money?
No.
That's all of John's income. Weld Bond.
Sorry.
I'm trying to find it. Where the frick did I put the Weld Bond?
Mm-hmm.
I really
Yeah.
don't.
No,
Anyway, it grinds my gears so bad because I'm
Yeah,
like, you
no,
guys
I
are
mean,
nuts.
it is
I
sad
might
because
not
it's
have Weld
like
Bond,
I told this
but I have
to
a
some teenagers
knife.
the other day who just recently graduated high school. I said, people got to have realistic expectations because people. I said pretty much exactly that you said. People aren't making this amount of money. You got to recognize that one thing about marriage is that you're building something with someone else as opposed to
Oh, John
coming to
found
the
the
finished
Weld
product
Bond
and
Oh,
being
he's
like, oh
building
wow,
it all right.
you fulfill all my
Phil,
desires
it's time
immediately
for
out of
our
the checkbox. Again, it's the
advertisement.
Sway
Play some
utilitarianism of
Sasquatch.
I use.
Phil, we need music for our advertisement.
Okay, hold on.
If I ever fell in love, it would happen without me knowing.
With Weld Bond. Love is about bonding, and welding our hearts together with Weld Bond. Weld Bond is the official sponsor of SedeP. Whenever you're thinking, man, I'm bored. I'm bored too of you, John. Weld Bond. Sniff that glue. Have some you for you. Weld Bond.
The gorilla mode is really good.
But Weld Bond is for
Gorilla
you.
mode is really good.
Brought to you by Evaporated Milk Carnation.
Evaporated milk, like all the tears that evaporate from Nick's face.
Gorilla mode. Be the monkey. There's a monkey in every good relationship.
John's Folger container. This is the only thing that keeps John awake.
Sponsored by Gorilla Dreams. Dream about the monkey. Yeah.
Thank you, Miss Happy Prot. We are so sponsored with 2 viewers. Y'all better buy them out. Miss Erickson, have you picked a breast pump brand we're sponsored by yet?
I would recommend whatever you can get your hands on, gentlemen. Wink, wink.
A real woman isn't picky.
You're not allowed to.
I want you to have a amount of money for my lifestyle, etc., as opposed to a gift itself, which says, like,
Yeah, it's called getting married, damn it. I mean, a wonderful human being.
that mentality is completely abandoned. And
Yeah,
so,
you're making me
one
get
thing that's pretty
money and a
crazy is that
job
you
that
kind of, I
actually,
think some of the
like,
reasons that we do have this singleness is in some of these
fulfilling.
stats that are kind of in the midway of that first section. When it says right there, it says 56% of women and men have been ghosted.
Yeah.
Say what? Is it 50% of women and men are also obese? Is this correlated by any chance?
This is why I snub Weld Bond. Weld Bond is a guaranteed weight loss program. You puke all the calories out. Now that's a surety of hitting your calorie count.
Speaking as an obese woman, I resent that.
Yeah, we didn't talk about how my sisters got old, like married old. We didn't talk about how much they weighed. Ooh, could be awkward.
We got an industrial scale over here for measuring 300-pound women. Yay!
Miss Erickson's
That's why
like,
we support plus-sized women and plus-sized fumos.
Miss Erickson's like, I have a twin sister, but I'm the skinny one, if you know what I mean.
Look
And
how
she got
big my
married to
head is,
Squirty.
but my body is small. All women wish they could be like this.
That is really true. And then also the one right above it. It says the most
Sayla.
popular reason for ghosting is to avoid.
You see, the ghosting thing is something that simps, incels, and people who can't close the deal get really upset about. That means 50% of all Gen Z have no game, and no one likes them. It's
Oh,
not that they
me.
did anything bad about the other person. The other person's like, oh my goodness, this Nick guy, he started sending me quote tweets of the Summa Theologica as to like romance me.
Yeah.
Ghosted.
Hey, hey, SedeP. And like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna post about the fact that God will grace me with my girlfriend saying shut
yeah,
up
that's
about it.
pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Why
Thank
did
you, Mr.
SedeP go on
Citizen.
the show? What the
My
heck?
my favorite part, my favorite
Get
thing
off
about
the show!
my
I scared
favorite
him
thing
away.
about Nick is how he has no personality. Yeah.
All women want men with no personality.
Unlike all of us 4 women who are very powerful and have personalities.
And obese.
We actually,
And
and remember, special graces for having plushies on a podcast.
And the bigger you are, the more graces you get.
Yeah, the bigger the plushie, the bigger the graces.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You guys are weak. I will say that largely as a generation. I'm not saying you in particular, Nicholas, but I think generally speaking, because you guys have
Sayla,
lived.
nice catch, Miss Erickson.
Miss
Nice
Erickson,
catch.
tell us
I'm
the
sorry,
truth.
Nick. I didn't mean to.
Was that directed toward Nick?
Not in the slightest. It was everyone else but him because he's special. He's special.
He's just like your son. That's what we're starting. The Miss Angela Erickson Must Sons chat for all those in need of a mother online. She might be only like 5 years older than you, but adoption is Phil, finish the line.
Adoption is unacceptable.
That's why you can become a biological son of Miss
No, that's
Erickson.
why you can be adopted by Weld Bond, the company. You can work for them in their Weld Bond factory for free.
I'm not an addict. I'm adopted.
Once you smell that wonderful Weld Bond smell, you'll feel like you're home.
And remember, I'm not addicted. I'm adopted. And you can sell that.
I'm not only a client, I'm also a member.
And that's part of the members only Sailcast. After this show, you can watch members only Sailcast on the Sailcast channel, which just re-uploads this.
Almost exclusively online. Anything uncomfortable, that and then just
Scylla.
the neurosis.
So, would you like to see the show again on a completely
On Sailcast YouTube channel because we ran out of StreamYard minutes. Yay!
Would you like to see the show again on a completely different YouTube channel?
Let us introduce you to Sailcast YouTube channel. It's a totally different experience. I mean, look, it says Sailcast.
The psychology that has been cultivated in younger generations. So, and don't get me wrong, millennials are really bad too. It's not just Gen Z or even Gen
Yeah, it's
Alpha
not
or
just
anything
you,
like that.
Nick. Not just
It's been,
you.
again, social media I think has just rotted our brains in so many ways.
Yeah.
But like there is a neurosis that
She
that has
gave Nick a
infected you guys
cop-out.
in confrontation, like working in relationship. I don't think there's something very odd about I think the overall perception of relationship requires work, and people don't always get it right. Like even in friendships, you know, like
exactly.
people sometimes make mistakes, and you have to learn how to forgive one another and work things out. But you guys like are incapable, not you, but most are incapable.
No,
of
he
doing that. It's
is.
crazy.
Stop it!
I
Stop
think the
protecting
ghosting
him.
is
Yeah, I agree. Because when you look at the stats
You're
above, it
my
says
son.
millennials spend an average
You're
of
my
2
son,
hours
Nick.
a day on dating apps, and 74% of
Wait,
millennials
wait,
and Gen
wait,
Zers
wait,
use
wait,
dating
wait,
apps.
wait, 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 wait. Say
90% of
law.
Gen Zers say that they're done with dating.
500 to 1,000 people, and he's gonna come out. Okay, John, I'll finish the line. 500 to 1,000 women, and he's like, oh, all those people who use 2 hours of dating apps, unlike me, who is so holy. Ah, I'm so holy.
It's so sad when you think about it.
Phil, I'm so holy of myself.
I'm so holy I've been ghosted by more girls than the,
It's like
than
the
the
Holy
graveyard.
Ghost.
Than the
Holy
graveyard.
Ghosted.
Apps, right? They're frustrated with them. And the most popular reason for avoiding these things, or for getting ghosted, excuse me, is confrontation. So what it is it's like dating apps, I think, are
Selah.
toxic because, as I said in my video,
Miss Angela, what's your favorite story of Nick confronting people? We need to know.
I know.
No, we want Miss Angela. Ah, Miss Happy Prot.
I know. I got one.
I'll defer to you guys. He's always just so interesting and engaging when he's reading right off the screen. So I have nothing.
Miss Happy Prot Pie.
That's when
you
he
can answer
shines.
it.
Oh,
he really confronts us.
As opposed to blocking you, I suppose.
Yes. That's basically the same thing.
He confronts both of mine.
Miss Happy Prot, though, tell us a story about his confrontations as a kid. Like the time he was on the slide and somebody said, Nick, let me down the slide. And he said, okay. Okay.
And then he wet himself, and there was a lot of mud on the slide, and he got all over himself. And his sister said, "Hey, did you poo yourself too?" And he was like, "Mom."
But notice, Miss Happy Prot, he said, That's proof he's confrontational.
Yeah, he confronted his mom, and he was like, "Hey, Mom, why didn't you change my pants for me now?" And his mom was like, "I'm not a millennial. I'm gonna ghost you."
Mom ghosted him. His first memories is his mom ghosting him.
She was like this.
Out for cigarettes.
Mom,
Mom,
where did you go?
I need my diaper changed.
Hey, Nick. Look, I'm going to be Nick's mom. Hey, Nick. I got to go get some milk.
Yeah, it wasn't
Hey,
his
Nick.
dad, it was his mom.
Hey, Nick, go change your own diaper.
Mommy, I'm only 2. Nobody cares, Nick. I'm your mom.
I'm your mom's.
That's how his mom sounded, like this. He smoked a lot. That's why Nick smokes the pipe, because of his mom. It's in honor of her.
It's an honor.
He's like, hey, Mom, one day I'm going to speak like you.
But while the use of one is not immoral in and of itself, of course, right? There's no moral principle against that. We've basically turned dating apps into like Amazon shopping. It's
100%.
like I like the way the product looks. I like the description.
Hey, Law, did you know that YouTube Live is almost like Amazon too? Oh, look, I want to go live. Beep. Oh, now I'm live. Wow. Power, magic, money. Yeah.
Ghosted.
I don't know about the money part.
But Nick makes lots of money from doing this.
You're right. That's why Salacast needs an official FUMO Patreon. Help John waste his money. Together, we can make John's bank account go to 0 every week.
Well, Bond.
description of the product, check. I don't like the way the product looks. I don't like the description of the product.
It
I get
feeds
rid
this
of
consumerism, and it's like, yeah, I think Amazon is a good
Here,
example. I
Nick,
mean,
let
it
me
is like
explain what you're
Amazon
saying
for
about
dating.
reading something.
Delicious consumerism.
Oh no, I have to learn to be responsible with my own money. Help, Mom! Ah!
Miss Angela. Miss She disappeared. She ghosted us.
That's right, out for cigarettes. So I came back this time.
Miss Happy brought here.
Online apologetic field, as they would call it. There is a perfectly good local parish nearby with an assigned pastor that is there to guide you. Now, if you do walk into a Catholic church, you might be impressed. You might even cry. No pressure, guys. You do not have to come back online and go, oh my goodness, I just went to a Catholic church and I cried. This is a discernment process. This is your faith. This is okay to be like, I'm not sure. I have to think about this. But who are you thinking about it with?
How much drugs do I have to take to get into understanding what she's saying?
All of them.
Okay.
You need some benzos.
Right? And I've been critical of these apologetics. They're there for monetized debate and arguments. Now, the purpose of apologetics was strictly as more of a defensive mode.
Selah?
I talked about one video about the Jack Chick.
Miss Happy Prod, I'll sell it to you, but I tried the well bond. She still doesn't make sense.
Take more.
Good point.
Where he was pointing out anti-Catholic propaganda. And only people presented
much
with
better.
it very kindly,
Still
very
don't
charitably, not in a debate, but not battle bots. You know, like those little robots with the remote control, and people would try to destroy the other robot in a cage.
I'm
Like,
listening.
I kind of want to watch BattleBot.
No one's faith,
why are we
no matter
talking
what it is,
theology?
should be treated like a cage match.
And you have all these different
Like Nick and Miss Angela, cage match.
and in some cases Chinese knockoffs. Well, yeah, we didn't talk about.
Oh, racist! Racist!
That's racist against off-brand
People
Fumos.
are getting catfished, and then they finally meet up.
Ba-da-ba. You just got Sasquatched.
Call 206-501-8910 for your song request, which will not be listened to, but we will pretend like you matter. That's 206-501-9810.
I thought about
Or
pulling one up
8910.
for today that I just saw this past week, but yeah, a guy goes on a date and he realizes he's going on a date with another guy, and this trans.
That's a Nick moment.
Guy got the
Selah.
Chinese knockoff here.
Nick's like, I know that feeling.
I didn't mention it in my video. We still went on the date, and I
It was a
mean,
good
he's
time.
a pretty good bowler.
I mean, I said he wanted a kiss goodnight. I was like, not on the first date. Come on. I'm not cheap.
It says nothing in the Summa, though, about dating men and kissing.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No kissing
like,
woman?
I'm
That's
Jessica.
too far.
No, you can't. After marriage.
Mortal sin.
Clearly or obviously, it's like, no, you're not. You're like Jesse, maybe like a male version of Jesse, or like Jackson, but you're
Selah.
not Jessica.
Do you know Jesse is a male name?
Jesse Ventura.
What was
Like
what was
Jesse Owens.
who was the son of Jesse in the Bible? David.
Roboam.
Stop.
Yeah.
That's the other problem. It's so much catfishing.
Nick has
It's
personal
not real.
experience.
Nothing is real.
Catfishing, and then like just really shallow expectations. So like I'll give this example. The other day, I was let's see, no.
But the other day,
Miss
I was
Angela.
like pretending to have an experience as I looked at myself in the mirror and saw my receding hairline and said, no one will want me. No.
And I ghosted myself.
Mrs. Angela, would you say that Nick has some of the lowest standards ever, and he definitely doesn't judge all of his dates overly?
Here's my imitation. Hey, check this out. Here's my imitation of Nick in front of a mirror. Turns away. Looks in the mirror.
Ooh. He said, ooh, looking fine for a 5'6" guy. We're going for a
Just while
run,
you're saying
Huff.
dating actually talks to have these stats.
We're
from
better to
Harvard
get
dating.
the data though.
Yeah,
That's
no,
where people are
exactly.
dating. There's no if you want good data, most people are using dating apps. That's where you get the data. So yeah.
Yeah, they're all on there.
Wanna say law?
But yeah, no. What I'll get.
That's retarded. She's a very stupid woman. Hey, stupid woman up there.
Hey,
That's not
defend Miss Angela. Defend yourself. Stop this, Happy
I am
Prot.
talking.
Miss Happy Brat. Miss Happy Brat.
We're defending her.
We have to defend Miss Angela.
Oh, we do? I'm sorry. What a brilliant thing you just said. That's incredible. We should select all dating people from apps which are notoriously bad for
Yes.
dating. That's brilliant.
Yes. Believe all
Thank you, Miss
women.
Erickson.
Give this anecdotal example. The other day, I went to a friend's wedding the other day, and this was a Protestant.
Another depression circle.
I thought no one was getting married.
He does so much depression, doesn't he? He's like, and then I went to a wedding.
Then there was a couple
and
behind me, and I
the
thought they
air
were younger than
conditioning
me.
demon. Don't forget the air conditioning demon. Phil.
And I was so angry because they were married.
I got heated, and that's what the air conditioning demon
It's a wedding, so I'm not allowed to participate. I'm basically allowed just to be kind of a fly on the wall. So I'm a fly on the wall. I sit through their service, etc. And then I'm talking to some childhood friends after.
I sat through their service. Like, what in the world is wrong with this guy?
Candlesticks. I'm a fumo. Don't take anything I say seriously. I just thought it was funny.
Candlesticks is writing it down in his diary.
I'm 5'6", don't you know? Mrs. Angela can confirm John is 5'5".
4'4".
You're right.
He's a 4x4.
That's
service, right? And there's this girl that comes and sits down at our table. We're kind of just all at these random tables. And this girl's 22, just recently became like a charismatic, comes from like an atheist and Mormon background, so pretty dark background, right? And one of my friends leaves, and so it's basically me and this girl right at this table.
Oh, he said it.
And I'm
That
talking
counts,
to this
Phil.
girl, and I recognize in the conversation, because I've been on, essentially like a quasi.
He said my friend, so Evie needs a drink.
Oh no.
Drink some, what was it? Evaporated milk.
Yes.
That was delicious. I drank the purest water.
From the purest pumps.
No, from the store down the street.
Dating fast for a couple months now. I recognized in this conversation, being Catholic is truly such a grace from God.
So
because
true.
I'm talking to this girl, and she's talking about her dating life, and it's like all of her dating life is secular. You go to a bar, or a guy takes her out, and he expects to go home with her at the end of the night. And I'm just sitting there, like,
he was a charismatic,
thinking,
but hey,
you know, when you talk to your your
I'm
average
Nick. I'm
trads,
too
for all of
holy
the
for
issues
that.
we have in the trad community, it's like at least our conversations are like they're so different. You know, they're about the spiritual of their life, or they're about like, you know, what if this king was to have defeated?
Really?
He's like out on a bowling date. He's like, hey, have you read Saint Teresa of Avila, Interior Castles? Chapter 2? Honey, can you go get a soda? Ah, but I was talking about Chapter 3. Ugh, such a letdown. I was gonna finish reading it.
You know, I was considering the book of Daniel about the 70 weeks from Jeremiah's prophecy. Wasn't it just 68 years?
Hey, give me a soda.
Is my math off here?
Give me a soda. I want water. Okay, fine. I'll deal for a water. Okay, Nick, just leave me alone.
I don't think he has ever talked to a woman before.
Except his mom. Hey,
Like,
Nick.
if you know how to
Sorry,
talk to
sorry.
a woman, you just go like this. Yeah, that's right. And then she says, and you don't listen to anything she says, and then you don't report on what she said to your mom, weirdo.
Hey, I'll have you know, I'm Nick's mom. I don't take that. I don't like what you're saying. Are you saying I raised him badly? I was out on a smoke break. My bad, mishap brought.
Don't hurt me, please. I am pure. Even though I practice NFP, smoking is not bad for you.
Good night, Mrs. Erickson.
Good night.
Night. Thank you for being here. What?
Thanks for having me. Enjoy the rest of my awesome video. Breast pump, breast pump.
French Revolution, and you were going back and playing, the what ifs of history. We're talking about philosophy and theology. These poor kids, they're just so malformed, even just on a natural level, that I had to basically teach her,
This is
He had to
terrible.
teach
Nick,
her.
you're
You had to
autistic and
teach her?
retarded. You have to talk to people where they're at. You're like, oh, I have a lot of friends, and I'll go to the bar. And he's like, oh, shut up, bitch. Like, what the heck, Nick? That's
Miss
not how to
Happy
treat
Pot?
women. You don't
Miss
know how to
Happy
treat
Pot?
women. You didn't read the 7 books that SedeP read on advanced relationship techniques. Ah!
Yeah,
getting
John
triggered.
reads Gambits, but he still doesn't get woman. But that's a problem with him, not the books.
That book was so written, so obvious what was going to happen.
One day we'll all get Kyoko wives.
Let's listen
So,
to him mansplain to this woman.
what Aristotle's 3 versions of friends were, because she thinks that
My
as long as
friends?
my friends are
Oh
nice
my
to me, you can go out
friends?
and live
My
however they want.
friends.
It's just that's not even what it means to be a good
Stop.
friend.
Say a lot.
And so-
I need this repeated because I need pure autism to be on display again.
These poor kids, they're just so malformed, even just on a natural level, that I had to basically teach her, like what Aristotle's 3 versions of friends were, because
My
she
friends?
thinks that
My
as long as
friends?
my friends are
And
nice to me, they
my
can go out and live
friends.
however they want. It's just that's not even what it means to be a good friend. And so, all of this being said, it's like when you look at these
I can tell why Miss Angela went to sleep before we finished the show.
Okay, we have to.
Also, SedeP, I just like to say that's an insult to autistic people because even they can figure this out. He's worse. Come on. We got to be
my
more charitable to autistic people.
No. I mean, he's never been in a single successful relationship in his life. That's what he just said.
Don't forget that autism is like possibly biological, so Nick's father somehow did it. But Nick
Believe
can't.
it or not, I had to teach this lady what a friend was. You have no friends, Nick. You have no friends.
At least
But
Nick
it's
didn't
not
get
his fault.
danger from this 22-year-old hottie.
And then remember, Phil.
Can you imagine?
He might
like,
not
when-
have friends, but it's not his fault. It's their fault.
Yes, because Aristotle said so. But like, imagine her like going home and being like, "Yeah, I met this dude. He's like telling me what friends were."
I was like, "What?"
Like Aristotle's theory of what friends should be.
I don't even remember what he talked about. I was just like, "Yeah, you shouldn't have bad friends, Nick." And Nick was like, "Oh, I don't have bad friends.
And I
He has
agreed with
good
him
friends."
just to like end the conversation.
And then he was like, "Can I get your number and your dating profile?"
And I said yes.
I just gave him
206-501-8910.
I just gave him the Casey's number. I was like, you'll have better chances talking to that stupid AI orderer. Hello, this is the Casey's order number. How can I help you today? Nick's like, let me explain the 3 French.
Of helping. You're gonna help me in the primary sense, or the existential sense, or the teleological sense?
Yeah, he calls up freaking restaurants to tell the phone taker about the 3 things of friendship. He's like, nobody else listens to me. I'm stuck calling in pizza orders and paying for it and explaining my thesis.
I have to teach priests about the proper form when they're forgiving my sins. And I have to teach random women who sit at my table about what Aristotle said about friendship. These people are so clueless.
I'm like me. I'm like me.
I should just date myself.
Hey, Nick, let's kiss. Ooh, in the mirror.
Hey, Nick, why is there kiss marks on the mirror?
Mom, I can explain.
What are you doing in the bathroom with the lights off, Nick? Nothing.
I can explain, Mom.
Why are there kiss marks on the mirror? Nothing. I couldn't keep my eyes closed.
Take me now, Lord! Now, rapture now! Now, rapture it all!
That's what the charismatic said.
Tune in for part 3 tomorrow. We bet at an hour. All right.
SedePcast.
SedePcast. It's for your health.
So is WellBond, the official sponsor of SedePcast. Good night, everybody.
Oh, the Christian house is on the loose, and she's hunting for another golden goose. Where she can find some drama to get some money.
Wait, Phil, is there a new Baskin Robbins lore?
Oh, I think that she will talk about weird
I don't know. Is there?
She just
check before we end.
has the cuffs
Okay.
I'll look.
the man who left her
Don't worry,
behind on the cruise. Christine chugs the wine and just sings all the blues. And it's only Christine. It's so lamented, Christine. Me ipor dash tu, itu, in a dimas ketu.
No. Latest thing was 4 weeks ago. 4 days ago.
Negros per
I'm looking
canela.
up the news channel.
Que me llegan a despertar. Me importas tú y tú, Christine. It's only you. It's you. Oh, Christine, it's you. Everything is Christine. Da 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 da.